Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the Drive Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Plays. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, with us today will be Brad Francis, Ninos, Zawacky, Brian Bitler, and Jovan Burts. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. Bitler, Francis, Burts, Zawacky, Ninos, and then I will close this one out. All right, let's get going. Already moving here in the trading deadline. We see Montez will now be an Angel, Mancini to the Astros, so lots of movement. And Hader went to the Padres, so lots of movement here as we get close to the All-Star, to the trading deadline, I should say. So let's get the show underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Brian Bitler. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs, where he does great work up there. He's also part of that morning crew, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's bring in Brian right now. Brian, what's happening?
No, not much, Tony T. It was an up and down weekend, 3-0 Saturday, 0-3 Sunday. So hopefully that means 3-0 today. But it's been a bounce around weekend for me.
Yeah, a little bounce back here. So we bounce it back here on a Monday. We move here to 8 Eastern Time here as the Astros will be hosting the Red Sox here with Houston a favorite here by -170, total 7.5.
Yeah, for me, I think I'm going to be riding with the under the Boston Red Sox and the Houston Astros game on total for Monday night in baseball action. We have the Astros games that go under a ton this year, and the last 11 times these two teams have met has gone under 8 of those 11 times. Eovaldi has been hit hard in his last few starts as he's been getting singled to death. I think this is a do-or-die series here for the Boston Red Sox. I expect all hands to be on deck. Astros have the number one team ERA in the bullpen this season, just 2.79 ERA. I expect runs to be tough to come by tonight. I'm going to take the under 7.5 Astros Red Sox.
All right, Brian here on the under with the Red Sox, Houston under 7.5. Yeah, the Houston Astros trending under this season. And matter of fact, at home, the ERA is even better with an ERA of 1.91. One note here with Garcia, the starter here for Houston, in night games, 21 home night games this season. Brian, he's 15-6 at the under.
Yeah, it's definitely a good number, and they have my guy Hector Neris on the Houston Astros in their bullpen. His ERA is 3.79, but I remember for the Phillies, he couldn't get anybody out. But for the Astros, he's been serviceable. I think if they could just get through 6 innings and hand it off to the bullpen, they should be able to hold the Red Sox to about 2 or 3 runs tonight. So,
yeah,
I think we're looking at a 3-2 score.
If you look at Eovaldi's numbers, his numbers look a little crooked. But I will say this: on the road, you get him out of Fenway Park, it hasn't been too bad here. ERA of 2.56, a WHIP of 0.98 in his 8 starts. As a matter of fact, Astros over their past 10 games batting .217 against right-handers. I think with the starting pitcher and this bullpen, it kind of disguised the fact that Astros they get a lot of clutch hitting, but overall not the strongest hitting team.
Yeah, we saw was it yesterday with the Seattle Mariners? It took them. They had to walk it off in the 10th inning, but that was a real low-scoring game throughout. And they don't put a ton of runs up on the board, but they're definitely stingy as far as their pitching goes.
Yeah, and the pitching, no doubt about that. Yeah, run prevention is happening there in Houston. That's why you see a lot of the unders. Garcia has been a money pitcher with unders at night at home this year. Red Sox, Houston, under 7.5. This one to have a start time here of 8 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight. Well, we got a good card of baseball here. All 10 games in the primetime hours here. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, after a so-so weekend, I got my Monday titanium play. It's been cashing pretty much in July, and we're going to try to carry that over into August. You can get my best bet for just $15 at pickdogs.com. So make sure you guys check it out. Also, 2-for-1 Caber deals. And don't forget, preseason football this Thursday. I got my eye on the Raiders and Jaguars. I'm going to have that football pass up. You can get the complete football pass for $899. That includes college football and NFL. So make sure you guys check it out.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs, a premium 10-game card tonight for Major League Baseball. He has this titanium wager Monday night here, just $15. Of course, credit guarantee. Remember these one-offs, these individual plays, and one-day passes are credit guaranteed, meaning they must win, show a profit, or the credit is inserted back in your account for more picks. So that's what credit guarantee means here when you see that on these one-offs. So Brian's $15 premium play is up there right now. So get on board here over at Pick Dogs. Also has Get out the Broom 3-pack. His 3-pack is up there as well. Again, credit guarantee. That 3-pack must show a profit, or the credit is inserted back into your account for the amount you paid for, can be used for more picks. And of course, Brian was talking about the long-term passes. He does have his plays up there right now for his football passes. If you want to just stick here with the preseason, he does have a preseason football pass, all of preseason here for $99 right now over at Pick Dogs Premium when you get on board with Brian's premium NFL exhibition preseason pass right now over at Pick Dogs. All right, Brian, as always, great having you show. Have a great night. We'll talk with you again on Friday, but know you contributed a lot to the morning show as well as your 2 video series.
Yeah, don't forget to check out Ticket to the Bank and my Fast 5 selections every single day at the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. Also tune in the mornings and make sure you check out me, Mitch, and Chris as we go over the day's events and give out lots of free winners.
That's right, guys. Check it out over at the Pick Dogs channel. Check out Brian's video series. And, of course, you can subscribe and set notifications so when Brian drops his videos, you'll be sure to get them right away so you can bet into the best numbers. All right, Brian, have a great night. We'll talk again Friday.
We'll see you on Friday. Let's have a winning week.
Winning week indeed. Brian Bitler here on the Drive-Thru. Let's continue on our coverage here. We're going to go ahead and welcome in Brad Francis to the Drive-Thru. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs, where he does great work there. Also catches MMA shows here on Saturday with the Mills. Brad, what's happening?
What's up, Tony? How's it going?
It's going awesome. All right, here we go at 9:40 Eastern Time. Padres here hosting the Rockies. San Diego is minus 200 here with a total of 7.5.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with the Padres run line here. I mean, the Rockies, they've just been so bad on the road this season. They're 16-30 on the road, and have been cold lately. They've lost 7 of their last 10 games. They just played a tough series against the Dodgers, now have to travel to San Diego. Clevenger will be on the mound for the Padres, who's been pitching pretty well lately. In his last 2 starts, he's combined 13 innings and has only allowed 3 runs in that span. The Rockies, they've struggled against righties all season. I mean, they're losing 4 out of their last 5 against right-handed pitchers, which Clevenger is a right-hander. And these teams, they played a series mid-July, and the Rockies won the last 3 games of the series. So, look, I expect the Padres to get some revenge here on their home field. They have the pitching advantage, in my opinion. They're the better all-around team. They're playing at home. So, yeah, everything is pointing to a Padres win here, and I'm comfortable taking them on the run line.
All right, we got Brad here on the run line with the Padres. Lay the minus 1.5 runs, plus 100 here against the Rockies. Yeah, Clevenger does put up some really good numbers. Like his ground ball rate, doesn't allow a lot of base runners with a whip of 1.13, 41% ground ball rate. That's pretty good. Of course, Zenzatella is somebody who's in the past has been kind of one of those up and down pitchers, but boy, he's really struggled this year. As a matter of fact, the team has lost 13 run line decisions in Zenzatella's past 18 road starts. So on the road, they don't cover the run line very well. Matter of fact, when you look at Zenzatella, Brad, on the road this year, an ERA of 6.57, whip of 1.78. It's not really good form here away from course.
No, that is awful. And yeah, I mean, the Rockies overall have been decent against the spread, whether they're favored on the run line or underdogs on the run line. But yeah, just on the road, it's just been a nightmare for them.
Yeah, this on the road, and you factor in not only the numbers here from Zenzatella on the road, but you factor in the situation here where they've not covered run lines. It's been terrible. They've lost 13 of 18 run line decisions with Zenzatella on the road. Brad's got the Padres here on the run line, minus 1.5 runs, plus 100 against the Rockies. And this one will have a start time here of 8:40, I believe it is 9:40 Eastern time. And boy, making that thing even worse when you're not winning run lines, that means you only get that the opponent is getting only 8 at bats. So that makes it even worse there. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight. 10 games here on the board for Major League Baseball, showing great profit over the last 7 days. Hey, football is in the air. Preseason here is starting here in just a matter of days. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I got my MLB underdog play of the day. That's going for $15. I love that play there. I think Vegas got that one wrong. And then I got my 5-star MLB premium pick, which is my favorite play on the board. And like you said, NFL's coming. Brian said it too. Look, you can make some money betting NFL preseason. I believe I have a pretty good system for that. So keep your eye out for the preseason picks coming up.
That's right, guys. I got aboard with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs. From good numbers here the past 7 days. A lot of baseball in there. Also good, coming off a great NFL season. You see the numbers. Of course, tonight we've got a 10-game card here from Major League Baseball. Brad is lined up here with a 5-star MLB premium pick up there. Does have his underdog play of the day here with his $15 premium. Of course, remember, all these one-offs are credit guaranteed. They must show profit or the credit is inserted back into your account. That's on all the individual plays and the one-day passes. The long-term passes, they're not credit guaranteed because you're getting them at a reduced rate. So Brad right now does have action up there, does have a 1 year all sports pass. The 1 month pass, get all of Brad's plays for 1 month, includes all his baseball, if he's in action in preseason football. Don't forget, under the 1 month pass, college football is now in play, as that we are now covering week 1 of college football with the 1 month all sports pass. You can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. All right, Brad, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you on Fridays. People can catch you in Mills here on that Saturday show with MMA.
Yep. Right after the morning show, we got another UFC card. They just keep pumping them out. So, catch us after the morning show. And then Mondays and Fridays, I'm on the drive-thru.
There you go. Catch him, Brad Francis, on the drive-thru. And, of course, catch him up on Saturdays with Mills in the MMA show. All right, Brad, continue the success. We'll talk with you again on Friday.
All right. Thank you, Tony. Have a good day.
You got it, Brad Francis here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here with the drive-thru. Now it's time to welcome in Jovan Burts. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Stream. Also as part of a video series every day over at Pick Dogs, as he delivers a parlay for you on the channel. So make sure you check that out as well. So let's bring Jovan in right now. Jovan, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? How are you?
Doing great. All right. I love it when August is here. August is a month where.
Hey, you're telling me I got rocked yesterday. You know, everything went bad, broke bad late, and it was just one of those things. Hey, Merrill Kelly, pitching the shutout, whole humming it along, gets all the way to the ninth. Not him, but they get all the way to the ninth, can't score a lick. They're just in and out, 3 up, 3 down. And guess who comes into the game? Mark Melanson. You know what I mean?
I know.
So that just started off the day. I thought I had a sure pop, before the game, because I just knew that Merrill Kelly was just going to mow him down, but they couldn't score a lick. You know what I mean? So it was just one of those things, and then it just progressed from there. Games where it was looking good, it just broke bad late and didn't get a damn thing out of it.
Yeah, it almost turned like baseball sometimes turn into the NFL, right? That late nonsense at the end can be tough.
Exactly.
All right, you're talking to a guy who had the Phillies on the run line. They give 5 runs in the 9th and win by 1. That happened to me last week. That was tough to stomach, but I got through it. I just tried to remember it. Most of that stuff worked in my favor. But that was the one that stung me. This was the only thing that stung me for the year was that one. That was tough to stomach. But anyway, we'll move on here. Looking at this one tonight at 7 Eastern Time. Nationals here to host the Mets. The Mets are going to be a big favorite here when you look at the pitching matchups here. The Mets minus 255, total 8.5.
Yeah, and I'm on the Mets on the alternate run line, -3. On DraftKings, couldn't see a 2.5, so I had to bump it up to 3. Now, if you look at it, they're on a 6-game winning streak. The Mets are. In their last game, they won 9-3. Before that, 4-0. Other games they won in their 6-game winning streak. In 4 of those games, they won by at least 3 runs. So you're not really taking a risk. If you believe the Mets are going to win, they're going to win by 3 or more runs. And if you look at the Nationals, there's more evidence of that, because in their last 5 losses, they lost 5-0, 7-1, 6-2, 7-2, and 10-1. And the pitcher matchup is lopsided. Max Scherzer, we all know what Max Scherzer does. He's a future Hall of Famer. There's really not much to be said about him. I believe he's going to shut him out, shut him completely down. And, on the other side, we got Patrick Corbin making, big boy money, but not bringing in the big boy results, So on the, I believe on the road or at night games, he has a 7.07 ERA. In his last 3, he has a 13+ ERA. It's just, really going downhill for the guy in these last couple 3 years. And, I believe it's going to amount to a big-time Mets victory. They bat against right-handers or lefties about a 282 clip in the last 10 games. So it's just everything's just pointing to the Mets to win in a big way, and I'm a roll with it.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that one here. You have Jovan here on the Mets, the alternate run line here, -3 at +125 against the Washington Nationals. Entering the season, all the advanced data points to Patrick Corbin being the worst starting pitcher in baseball. It hasn't changed much. And in fact, that if he was not a contender, he would probably be benched. He'd probably be outright released. But for some reason, Washington doesn't want to blow the contract. They just want to keep him on the roster. I don't know why. I mean, this is the guy you just sit down, put in the bullpen, but it makes no sense to me why he's even playing with those numbers. I don't care how much you're paying someone. I mean, if you're not performing, you should just be in the bullpen or you should just be in the minors or something. But anyway, here's a stat you'll like here, especially here if you're looking at the Mets in the run line here. When they face bad starting pitching this season, we're talking about National League pitchers with an ERA of 5.4 or worse. They are 10-0 against the run line, but you're laying 3 here. Their average margin of victory has been 4 runs.
Hey, my eyes don't lie. I know what I'm seeing. So the trends and the stats, they're just going what I'm seeing on the field, and that's the Mets when they do win, against these lesser pitchers, it's by a lot of runs, and when the Nationals lose, it's by a mountain. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
I just gotta roll with these I just got basically it's twofold. You roll with these teams, contenders who's playing for something, who has a history at least during the season of winning by margin and having big run wins, and then conversely you're fading the teams that just basically laid down since game 1 of the season and can't make traction. And the Washington Nationals fit the bill.
Yep, and they were that team last year, right? When Scherzer and Strasburg out, they traded Scherzer. They became just a tanking team. And we're going to see 2 years in a row in the second half where this team just kind of rolls over. And you've seen the numbers here. Corbin 0-7 to the run line in home games when they face good offensive teams that are outscoring their opponents by half a run. So against good hitting teams, Corbin 0-7 to the run line at home. So here we go. Mets alternate run line -3 at +125 against the Nationals. This one will have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium here for tonight's action, showing great profit over the last 30 days. Also, good numbers here in college football. College football is in the air here as we're end of the month here. The last week of the weekend of the month here, we'll have some college football. 10 games on the board here from Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Yeah, it's Monday, so you know what that means. Time to get this money with my Money Bag Monday 3-pack. I had a 3-pack, but my feature play is the laser show. Whenever I have individual plays, it always leads off with the laser show. That's probably my best pick of the day, and on most days, and tonight's no different. So jump on that. You'll also catch me on my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly. Or catch me one of the other handicappers on the 2-for-1 Capital Emotional. It's August. Football's right around the corner. First preseason game, the Hall of Fame game on Thursday, and then we just progress from there. And then we get into college football, where for the majority of the regular season, I was the number 1 handicapper in that particular sport, and NFL's here, a week later. So there's a lot of money to be made starting in August and then heading into September, so you might want to jump on one of the longer term packages, if you like money.
That's right, guys. I got on board here with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dodge Premium. Good result the last 30 days. Also great numbers there in college football from last season. For today, we have a 10-game card here from Major League Baseball. Jovan does have his Money Bag Monday laser show up there on the board. Puts together a 3-pack here from Major League Baseball with his best bets here. Affordably priced just $39. Remember, these one-day passes, these individual plays, and one-day 3-packs are credit guarantee. Must show a profit or the credit is inserted back in your account for more picks. So Jovan with his 3-pack right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. So get on board with that from Jovan Burts. Right now at Pick Dogs Premium, individual plays and one day 3-pack, all credit guarantee over on the site. Of course, if you like the long-term passes, you can go long-term with Jovan. That 1-month pass is a good value right now. Here you get all of Jovan's plays for 30 days. It would include all of his baseball, all of his, if he's in action in preseason football. And don't forget, college football is in play here with this 1-month all sports pass, because when we get to the final weekend of August, guess what? It's college football on the card here. So get on board there. Remember, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. even greater value there. All right, Jovan, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you Friday, but we can catch you on the Pick Dogs channel here with your parlay every day.
Yeah, and as per usual, every day I put out a 2-team parlay for the most part. Sometimes I'll stretch it into a 3-team parlay, but you're definitely going to get a 2-teamer out of me, every day of the week. So, it's that. I'm on the drive-through Mondays and Fridays, and then the weekends, giving out more free picks for the morning shows on Saturday and Sunday. So it's a lot of free picks to be had from me.
That's right, guys. I get on board with Jovan Burts. Of course, like, subscribe, set the notifications so when Jovan drops that parlay, you get onto it right there. All right, Jovan, have a great week. We'll talk to you Friday.
Absolutely. Have a great night, win, and see you on Friday.
See you on Friday. Jovan Burts here on the drive. Let's continue our coverage, guys. If you missed any of the picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. We're seeing a lot of people signing in right now. We'll get those picks for you. Don't worry. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Now it's time to welcome in Rod Zawacky. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. It's been great to us here on the show, so let's bring Rod Zawacky in right now, whether it's a baseball or a WNBA or a CFL. I think he had a good CFL for us here on Friday. Let's bring Rod in right now. Rod, what's happening?
Hey, still counting our money from that Friday CFL.
Friday CFL.
Good, so,
that was a good one.
whatever it is, whatever we can find, we'll find ways to make money. We love to clobber your books. That's what.
Yeah, they call him the CFL killer, says Mike M right there in the chat room. That's right, he is the CFL killer. Now we're getting
3-1 on the CFL. The Argos got us yesterday. That was the only one that got us yesterday. Otherwise, a nice 3-1 week again. Either I share it here, I share it over Twitter. Usually I've been sharing the CFL because otherwise I did what Bitler did. He had a nice run of first first touchdown scores in the NFL there, and then he figured he should sell it, and then that didn't go so good. It's like bad luck. It's like karma, right? It's like karma.
That's
comes
right.
And smacks
That's
in the face.
right.
So it's like, nah, forget it. I'm just the rest of the CFL. I'll share. Because it's been winning, and we've been killing it and hammering it. So let's just keep hammering the books.
It's just keep hammering the books. That's right, no doubt about that. All right, here we go. Interesting matchup here at 7 Eastern time. Here has the Yankees here hosting the Mariners. Boy, if you're a Mariners team, you see this lumber, you gotta say, what's going on here? Show us no respect. Anyway, it's the Yankees. Right? So the Yankees here minus 190, total of 9.
Well, you think Seattle because. No Rodriguez for this game. No France in this game either, right? Yeah, yep. Rodriguez on the 10-day IL, so that's probably why that might be a little bit where it is. And then they've been a tough spot here for Seattle, coming in having to play Houston on the weekend, and now you got to travel all the way to New York and play the Yankees, who have been ripping it up. So that's why I'm gonna go with the over here. I think we see a whole pile of runs. Yankees have scored 25 runs in their last 3 games, and you look at Gonzalez getting the start. Well, he's 6-10 this season with a 3.66 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, and on the road, his ERA goes up even more. So is he going to help behind him? Probably not. They used up quite a few relievers in that Houston series. That was a tough spot. And then you even look at the Yankees side with Domingo Germán getting the start here. It'll be his second start of the year, and what are you going to get? He looked not so bad last time, but in his 2 starts, only 7 innings of work, he's got a nice 8.22 ERA. So for me, I like the over here. It's dropped down, opened at 9, it's down to 8.5. Perfect. I'll take the 8.5. Mariners 6-1 their last 7 to the over after scoring 2 runs or less in the previous game. The over is also 12-5 for the Mariners the last 17 versus the AL East. And you look at the Yankees, they're 8-1 to the over their last 9 home games. Also 12-2 to the over their last 14. And when their opponent scores 5+ runs in the when they score 5+ runs in the previous game. And like I said, the Yankees have been packing on the runs. 25 runs in the last 3 starts. I think they can do it again here. And probably going to even give up some with Domingo going there, getting the start. So I think the over 8.5. I think we get double digits in the over in this one.
All right, Ron likes the over here with Yankees and Mariners over 9. We did talk about Domingo Germán last week here on the drive-through. We're just very surprised with his poor career numbers and how much home runs he gives up. He gives over his career. Look at his career mark. He gives, I think it was like 1.70 home runs per 9 innings. I didn't remember he was that bad because he's been out for some time. I didn't realize how bad that was. You look at his career numbers. Of course, with Gonzalez, we've said this from the get-go. It's like you're holding pocket jacks and an ace hits the board when he's on the mound because, you look at those stats. Right. You look at those stats, then you look at a pitch. You look at his strikeout rate, that's 12%. You look at a FIP of 5.07, home run rate of 1.35. It's just at some point that FIP at over 5 is going to hurt you, and it's usually going to happen when you face the good lineups.
Well, right, you're facing the Yankees, just like I said, 25 runs in the last 3 games. I think the Yankees could get over this 8.5 on their own, especially in here. Seattle's be tired, missing some guys. Even the bullpen might have a few tired arms in it as well. So love the over. Shop that number. I've seen 8.5. I've definitely seen 8.5 around.
8.5's in that one. All right, so keep an eye here on.
I've definitely seen 8.5. So I have seen 9 in some books, but I've definitely seen the 8.5 on others. So definitely shop your number, trying to get the best.
Yeah,
That's
get
how
the
you
best
beat
number.
Bookies. I'm surprised that you. How many times have you been burnt by that half a run?
Many times, many times.
Right? See this book over here?
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Right?
No doubt
I've been burnt
that.
many a times.
We've
all been burnt many a times by the 0.5.
Oh yes, the 0.5 has been. Oh no, they have no problem. They'll have no problem covering. Oh no, they did. No, they don't. All right, Yankees, Seattle over 8.5, 9. Do your shopping, get the best numbers. This one will have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's go over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action, showing great results here the past 7 days. 420 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also come off a really great college football season. College football is in the air, and at the end of this month, they start week 1. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Over at Pick Dogs Premium, yeah, nice weekend, nice last couple of weeks. Ever since the All-Star break, like I said, after the All-Star break, we got that little rest and reprieve and ready to go, and we've come out firing since the All-Star break. So let's keep it rolling here today. I've got my 10-star MLB executive info play. You can get it by itself over at Pick Dogs Premium, $20, or you can get my MLB Insiders information 3-pack, where you will get my 10-star executive info play, as well as 2 more MLB plays I love tonight in tonight's action. 3 plays over there, Pick Dogs Premium. Scoop it up, $40. And while you're over there, don't forget to use UG, AUG15 will get you 15% off any of your purchases over at Pick Dogs Premium for all of August.
That's right. August promo to get AUG, AUG at 15% off, guys. Get on board with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs. You see the numbers here. 420 units of profit last 7 days, all documented. Coming off a great college football season. Now it's time to get on board here with Rob's Insider's Info 3-pack right now going on. Affordably priced at $40. Of course, credit guarantee on these one-day passes and these individual plays must show a profit or your account is credited for the amount you pay for it back into your account. So get on board there. Also, Rod has his individual play as well on the board. That 3-pack is great for tonight. Or if you prefer the long-term passes, he's got a 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. Get all of Rod's plays here for that period of time. You select when you go to his handicapper page and you make that purchase, you get that 30-day all-sports pass, all of his baseball, all of his preseason football, college football for week number 1. If he's in action in WNBA or CFL, that will also be included. Just check your members area. Of course, Rod is already on the ball here with long-term passes. He's already looking at college football season pass. He does have the remainder of baseball here, a Diamond Crusher. We'll take it to the final pitch of the World Series for just $275. Of course, NHL and NBA season passes up there. He's put together a 3-for-1 NFL, hockey, and college football season pass up there as well. Affordably priced here for $1,000. We can take $140 off that when you use AUG15 promo code. You can use that promo code for any of the passes up there. So get on board with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Hey, great to be here. Dodging the weather again. I think that's become the norm for me this summer. We're in a warning, so I've been watching the radar, watching this big cloud of weather pattern. It's going to miss us just north so far.
Gosh, fingers. Yes. So hopefully that's been rough.
It's
rough
been crazy.
Summer.
It's just, it's when people say that we are Canadians, we live in igloos. Well, we ain't living in igloos. Not in the summer. No chance. We average 14 tornadoes here in Alberta every year.
Wow.
So and hail this now. Everybody who's talking about hail in Alberta this year so far, it's been golf ball. There's been no little pea-sized hail. It's been all golf ball hail, even some tennis ball hail. Craziness. I've never, at least 10 to 15 different places in Alberta that I know that have just got smashed with hail. It's it's crazy. It's after last year. Last year was so dry that we had nothing. And now this year it's just been storm after storm after storm after storm. So watch out, stay safe, everybody.
Stay safe. No doubt.
Let's get ourselves a winner. Let's go.
Let's win it.
Lots of runs in New York. Tons of runs in New York.
There we go. Let's get the run. Let's let the runs rolling here. Bound them. You guys.
Thanks for having me. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you, Rod, tomorrow here on The Drive-Thru. Rod Zawacky here on The Drive-Thru. Let's continue our coverage, guys. By the way, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. Got a lot of people signing in. Keep those likes coming in as well. Let's continue on here on The Drive-Thru. It's time for Al Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's bring in Al right now. I think he's ready to roll. Al, what's happening?
Going good. How are you, Tom?
Doing awesome. All right, here we go. 9:45 Eastern time with the marquee matchups of the night. Giants here to host the Dodgers. The Dodgers here at -140, total of 8.
Yeah, it should be a pretty good one. I'll be rooting for my Dodgers, but we're looking for we're looking at the total here. With two pitchers that are having a pretty good season. Of course, Heaney hasn't pitched too many games, just 4 starts for him on the season. But he's looked a lot better than he has in the past this so far for the Dodgers. So we're going to hope he keeps his good season going, and I think he does a pretty good job here against the Giants. They'll be missing quite a few of their big bats tonight. It's going to be no Longoria, no Crawford, no Peterson. And on the other side, the Dodgers slightly healthier, but missing a couple of bats as well. I know Chris Taylor's out, Justin Turner's out. And I think Logan Webb pitches pretty well. He's done pretty well in his last couple starts against them. And I think he does well. The Dodgers lineup is kind of scary every time I've taken under against them because they can explode at any time. But he's done well against them in his last couple starts, as I said, and I think he does well enough again to keep this total under the number. So going under the 8 runs here.
All right, Al Nino says go under the 8 runs here with the Dodgers and Giants. Giants will be batting 8 right-handers, 1 lefty to face Heaney. Heaney trying to, he doesn't have enough innings to be comeback player of the year because he's been out, but he's developed this new pitch, and it's what they call a sweeper pitch, somewhat of a curve sinker pitch that has made him more effective. And I think you've got to kind of turn a blind eye to those negative stats he's had before he compiled before coming to the Dodgers, because Heaney's pretty much a different pitcher. And the Giants, of course, have been kind of struggling a little bit. You kind of look at their 10-day pattern, their 10-game span here. They're hitting just 218, but their bullpen is 6.5. They had kind of issues with their bullpen this year, kind of one of those hot cold type of situations, and that's a concern you would have here. I think with the Giants is which bullpen shows up in this one.
Yeah, I mean, if you're really worried about that bullpen, you could try the first 5 under 4 and actually getting a pretty good price. I see -105 there for that one, so can't blame you for trying that one. But again, I think the full game gives us a little more room for error in case the Dodgers do have that big inning early. But again, not a bad play. I might even split my bet between the full game and the half, or at least I guess add a bet on the first 5 under as well here, as I do think both starters do pretty well. And what was I going to say? But again, yeah, when you do go full game, you always have to worry about extra innings, especially in these lower scoring games. So I don't think we get to extra innings, but again, you could go first 5 if you don't want to worry about the bullpens, and maybe do a little bit of both.
Yeah, this would be interesting. We've seen Webb versus Heaney, and of course, when you look at Webb, he had a pretty good outing here against the Dodgers. But was a tough luck loser when it went to the bullpen. So El Ninos is there, kind of suggesting maybe split it there with the first 5. But he's looking for the show. He's going under 8 here. Dodgers and Giants. This one to have a start time here of 9:45. All right, Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight's action. A 10-game card here from Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
I got a 3-pack, and then I got my best bets sold separately, and Actually, that which is including that 3-pack. I also have my best dog of the day, which is not including that 3-pack. So again, best way to go is probably get on one of those long-term passes or the 2-for-1 capper specials.
That's right, guys. I got on board here with El Ninos over at Pig Dog Cream. Has his 3-run home run, his best bet 3-pack up there, $40 credit guarantee for his 3-pack. Of course, as we talked about, credit guarantee says that 3-pack must show a profit or your account is credited for the amount you paid for it, put back in your account for picks. Also, individual plays up on the board. Of course, the long-term passes will serve you well. El Ninos does have that 30-day all sports pass, 1 month of picks from El. Of course, in that month will be baseball, preseason football. If he's in action, he's not always in action in preseason. He said that many times on the show, but that will also take you into week 1 of college football. So that 1 month pass will include the 1 week for week 1 here. So a good time to get on board with that. Of course, the long-term passes are not credit guaranteed because they're sold at a discount. And of course, you can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. All right, Al, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk again tomorrow.
Yeah, no, about the preseason real quick. I know Bitler mentioned it earlier too. Very, very tempting matchup in that for opening game between the Raiders and the Jaguars. So you never know. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And definitely looking forward to the rest of the baseball season as well until the regular NFL season starts.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. That's right. No doubt about that. All right. El Ninos here on the drive-thru. All right, guys. We'll talk with El tomorrow. Let's continue on, guys. If you missed our picks, we got a lot of people signing in now. We'll do a recap here at the end of the show. All right. Let's continue on here with the drive-thru. It is time for my picks. So let me get my card up here for you right now. As we'll put our play up, we'll begin looking at Major League Baseball tonight. As the Guardians will be facing the Diamondbacks here at 7 o'clock Eastern. El Ninos will be with us in the recap, so stay tuned for that. We got the Guardians here minus 160. The total sits at 9. We're going to go under in this one. Under the 9 here with Cleveland and Arizona. We saw Arizona really struggle to score runs. And who was that? I think it was Brian that mentioned it, or no, Jovan had mentioned it, how Arizona had those struggles really getting runs. Zach Davis, expected starter here. Davies, 15 starts, does have an ERA under 4. His whip is just 1.19, 19% strikeouts. I like his ground ball rate at 43%. He does return off that shoulder injury. Cal Quantrill for Cleveland does have an ERA under 4 in his 19 starts, 15% strikeouts. Again, a ground ball guy at 41%, limits his home runs. Of course, the D-backs were swept in a 3-game series in Atlanta, scoring a total of 4 runs. The Guardians take 2 of 3 in Tampa Bay, return home on an 11-game road trip. Again, that can be taxing. 11 straight games on the road. Here's your first one at home with no day off in between. So that's one of those old school angles there. D-backs hitting just 214 on the road. This overnight had 8.5 up to 9. I'm not buying the line move here. I like the under 9 here with the Guardians and the Arizona Diamondbacks. All right, guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I have 4 premium plays on the board right now. I have my $15 premium up there, which has been hitting 4 of my past 5. Also a 3-pack with my 3 best bets from Major League Baseball. So I've got the 4 premiums up on the board right now. Also part of the 2-for-1 capper promotion with my 3, 7, and 30 all sports patch. You get all my Major League Baseball plays for that period of time. You select when you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase. Don't forget with that 1-month pass, also included there will be preseason football, as well as week 1 college football. I am the top unit producer in Major League Baseball for this season 2022. So get on board with that. Of course, that AUG15 is your promo code for August. Save you 15% off all premium pick packages. So use it at checkout. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It is now time to do the recap. El Ninos will join us for that. We got started here with Brian. Brian liked the Red Sox Astros under 7.5. Brad was on the Padres run line, minus 1.5 runs, plus 100 against the Rockies. Jovan says take the Mets alternate run line, lay the minus 3 runs at plus 125 against the Washington Nationals. Rod was on the Yankees Mariners over 9. El Ninos like the Dodgers Giants under 8. And of course, yours truly here, Diamondbacks Guardians under a total of 9 runs. All right, Al, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I got to go with Rod this time around, though. I think because he made a lot of good points. And, I mean, we talked about, you said we talked about this. Yeah, we talked, it was with me, we brought up Domingo Germán's numbers last week. And, yeah, they're not pretty. So it should be a lot of runs in that one.
All right, he likes to over there with the Yankees and the Mariners. And the play I'll be looking at here is, boy, there's a lot of them that look good here. I will look here at Brian's Red Sox Astros under the 7.5 in that one. All right, that'll do it here for this edition of the Drive-Thru. Guys, be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. each time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our handicappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place, and they'll give out live free picks. for the games in prime time. And don't forget, it gets started every single day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time with the morning show. You have Mitch, you have Brian Bitler, you have Chris Ruffalo, and don't forget the video series. You have Mitch's 7 games in 5 minutes, Brian's 2 video series, Take It to the Bank, as well as his Fast 5. And don't forget Jovan's Parlay every day. And, of course, we got Ron Romanelli as he runs down Major League Baseball, every game on the board for you there in a fast-flowing fashion with picks. And, of course, the MMA show with Rod and Brad Francis. All right, that'll do it for tonight, guys. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew for tonight. We're going to wait. Good night, guys. Have yourself a great night.